The best part of my job is are the students in the seats. Every day I come to school and I get to interact with a multitude of characters, a multitude of different learning styles, a multitude of different people, and I really enjoy coming and interacting with them, but I also really like to watch them succeed.
What I like best about being in Mr. Chipponeri's class is that he really takes time to explain every single concept and he goes into depth about it.
It's a fun class, you know, we get a lot of work done, we discuss a lot. Academically, we do our work and then we stand up and discuss together as a class, like in a total. Some classes are straightforward, just here's your work, write it down, get it over with. And in his, we have a lot of discussion, a lot of like comedy, like sometimes we like to joke around. Pretty active in there.
I share my goals with them, and I don't only just share my successes with them, I share my failures with them. I think they can relate to that because, and I tell them, you know what, you're gonna fail. If you're not failing, you're not trying. And I think that's probably what helps them the most, because a lot of times they think teachers don't fail, they think we're perfect. They love it when they spot a typo on something that we've written, but I try to make it as personal as possible and let them know, like, hey, I have goals too, and you know what, I don't always reach them.
In my opinion, what I like best about being in Mr. Chipponeri's class is that you're not really judged on what you say. You can have wrong answers, but he'll still it's okay to make mistakes.
What makes Mr. Chipponeri a great teacher is that he actually cares about all of his students. Like, he doesn't just ignore everybody's problems. If he sees the students having a bad day, he'll take the time to ask them about it.
I think that Mr. Chip should be the teacher of the year because he helps the kids enormously, and he's just a great teacher all in all.
I care, you know, I think that's kind of the one thing that makes me a successful teacher is I really care about them and their achievement and how well they're doing. And so, you know, I try to come prepared every day. You know, I try to put the best foot forward possible every day to lead like a great example to them. You know, and I really just try to let them know I care.
In my opinion, I think he should be teacher of the year because he's not one of those teachers that really gets angry or a lot. He's just really a nice, mellow teacher.
I'm a history teacher, so I'm big about the story and the journey. And you know, it brings me back every day is because, you know, we're still in the middle of our journey together. And you know, I hate missing a day, you know, because I want to be there for them every day and let them know, like, hey, you can depend on me, I'm going to be here.
The best part about my job is when the students work very hard and when they get a concept and the light bulb comes on.
The best thing about being in Miss Diaz's class is that she's a real nice teacher. I like her in general. The stuff that she provides us as homework is really challenging.
We learn outside of the box. If one person has a question, we all try to solve it with him or her, and we help each other out with whatever we can.
Well, what I do to motivate students in my classroom is I try to build a rapport with them and help them connect what we're learning in history to their world. And once they can make those connections, then usually they will be more apt to jump into the assignment and give me more effort in the classroom.
It's always fun, it's never boring, it's always upbeat and always going, and you're never bored, you're just happy, having fun with it.
Miss Diaz just explains it so where you're not confused, but you also think of it differently. She kind of relates to us, so she's kind of kiddish at the same time, so she makes it fun.
Miss Diaz is just an all-around good person, so it's really nice having a class that you can have fun in.
What motivates me to keep coming back every day is again, when that light bulb comes on with the students, when you see them put these concepts together and they get passionate about something we're doing in the classroom. So that's very exciting to me.
Miss Diaz deserves to be Teacher of the Year because she's just that teacher that every kid would want to have, and if that kid had them, it would be their favorite teacher.
She definitely works really hard in class, and she's always moving around. She's always interacting with us too.
I think what makes her such a great teacher is she won't give up on you.
To me, it's exciting when they come back as successful adults and they want to share what they're doing.
I think she should be Teacher of the Year because she is very caring. I love her personality. I love the way she talks to us. I love what she does with us. Miss Diaz just gets our vibe. She just flows with us.
Every day is a new experience. My students have a way of building more character in me than I think I do for them.
What I like being in Ms. Rosales' classroom is that she helps us and she makes the work easier to do when she hands it out.
What I like best about being in Ms. Rosales' class is that just the fact that she tries to make everything interesting. We make posters, and it's fun.
One item that I like to do first when I get a new student, whether that's the first day of school or when they start with me, is teach them the growth mindset. As I show them the growth mindset, it is okay to make mistakes. It is okay to improve. If we don't like what we are or what we're doing, change it.
What I like best in Ms. Rosales' class would be that probably that she helps us a lot and that she's always doing fun activities. If I'm doing some kind of homework or assignment that she gives us, I get stuck in a question, I raise my hand and I ask her, and she's always nice to me and says, oh, just do this and this. She just doesn't give me the answer straight up, she helps me.
So a lot of my teaching style has to do with, okay, this didn't work, or do you need more time, or what could I do to make it better?
What makes my teacher such a great teacher is that even though she's all the way across the classroom, she's willing to go and help you.
I think my teacher should be Teacher of the Year because she helps a lot, like I said. She makes it easier for kids to understand if they don't understand it that well.
I think she should be Teacher of the Year because, I mean, she's a really great teacher. I mean, I don't know what would do if I didn't have her as a teacher.